Hey y'all, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order by way of major arcana and through each element. Holy Divine Spirit of the purest, highest white light consciousness, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know at this time? I heard debating. Someone's debating something. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your support overall. Any donations or considerations of, I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so I heard tour bus, but I was being shown like a bus or a school bus, yellow school bus, something of the capacity of a bus. So if we put debating and then the bus energy, like the getaway, someone maybe wanting to travel to get away, possibly. Yeah, debating, to me, the energy just felt like somebody is... well, I mean, debating wouldn't be like for pleasure or for leisure, purposes of them getting away. I feel like it's one of those, I heard cutthroat. So somebody is challenged at this time of how to get out of town. I say challenged because, they may have relied on their own personal vehicle, but maybe that vehicle is not in service, or, they're unable to get around or have the means to get around like they normally would have or used to. So that's where the debating comes in. All right, thank you for that, Spirit. So, it feels like things are getting a little heated, like the temperature's hot. That's what I'm getting. So whatever it is that they're consumed with, or, them wanting to maybe get out of town, it's a buildup of sorts here. But it feels like, an escape. And I am hearing a runner. So this is somebody who is prone to run when times get tough. Things start to get hard. They just go. But like I said, the debating energy I feel like has to do with they don't have reliable transportation. So maybe now it's a question of how am I going to purchase this bus ticket, or, who am I going to get to try to buy this for me, this bus ticket? Yeah. Whew. Thank you for that, Spirit. I'm feeling the anxiety build up. So I had to release the energy just now. There's some cards that flipped over in the deck just now. Okay, so I heard we have plenty. We have plenty. All right, so we have the, we have the Hermit card. And I gave it that dramatic experience just now because I never looked at the Hermit this way, but suddenly when I laid eyes on this, it just felt like, y'all remember the Grim Reaper energy I was picking up? Yeah, that's what I got when I looked at this just now. Like it's as if death is here, or the bell has tolled. Yeah, I've never looked at the Hermit card that way, but that's what I just got, you guys. So somebody knows. So this is a haunting. This is a haunting energy. But I said in the channeling, there's a build up to where this person was debating. Spirit, tell me about this Hermit card at the bottom of the deck, please. So debilitated. So that means, okay, so that's confirmation for the debating energy, because I said they may not have reliable transportation like they did once upon a time. They could jump in the car and just run from their problems or escape town until things cooled off, and then they come back to, the town that they left from where things were getting heated. Because I picked up the heated energy, like things are hot, like the block is hot right now with this haunted energy. So debilitated, I felt like that has to do with their car, because I said, their car could be in service or something happened to their personal vehicle. So it's been debilitated, or either they have been debilitated. So maybe they're not able to move about physically like they used to. Maybe they're confined in some sort of way. So the debating energy could, if they're not able to run from something physically, like if they are like, held behind some sort of bars or captivity or whatever this is, they're debating because they know it's going to be a major risk. And it's going to be something that may possibly cost them more than what they anticipated if they don't make it successfully out of the grips of whatever this is. I feel like it's a physical mobility problem. Either they can't physically move because they're being contained somehow, captured even, or either it's their physical mode of transportation, or their personal mode of transportation, is no longer available or not available at this time for them. So I'm getting both. Either way it is, you guys, it looks like with the Hermit energy, they are being haunted. And that's just what it is right now. All right, y'all, so we're going to get into the rest of the cards on the table, but this is the underlying energy. So, my goodness. All right, so I'm being called to this Chariot energy. So this was the second to the last instance of energy that came out on the table. And then these cards kind of, when I said, okay, I think we have enough, these cards kind of turned, well, they loosened themselves from the deck and I just let them slide off. But I want to keep this in mind, but I'm being led back to this Chariot energy because, you know, this is that full steam ahead energy. This is divinely guided. Now, the haunted energy, yes, you know, that's unstoppable. You can't stop that. How are you going to stop a ghost? How are you going to stop apparitions? How are you going to stop all of that? How are you going to stop Halloween, which is today? So happy Halloween, everyone. How are you going to stop? You can't. Now, we could look at it this way with the ghosts haunting them, and then we could look at them just wishing that they could get out of Dodge. They wish that they could leave, escape, get the hell out of town. Town could be physically, or town could just be, they just want to get out of this entrapment that they're in, because I did mention someone being confined. Now, the Chariot would be a full blessing of whatever is, you know, the plan or the hope for. This is giving the okay that, yes, you're fully equipped to go where it is that you need to go. That's the energy. So let's see what's behind the Chariot. So we have the Knight of Swords. So whatever this is, it needs to happen fast, or it is happening very fast, quickly, by way of the haunting energy, or whatever is carried in this Chariot energy that's happening very quickly. So it could be, you know, a bus full, because I mentioned a bus earlier. It could be a bus load of ghosts, ancestors, all of that good stuff. Whatever it is that they conjured up, even by playing with manipulating magic, a bus load is the understanding from the channeling that's coming in quickly, but it's divinely ordered here. Like rightfully so energy. Behind the Knight of Swords, we have the Eight of Cups reversed. So this means being unable to walk away. Somebody is not giving the freedom or the liberty to be able to drop everything and go. They can't. I'd said that there was an immobility issue, or a mobility issue, which would be immobility. Okay. I heard a song just now, nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. So North Carolina could be very significant here. All right, let me keep going, y'all. Behind the Eight of Cups reverse, we have the Star card reverse. So they're coming after something here. It's like the busload of ghosts that are the Virgo energy, Hermit energy, that's haunting this person, is coming to reclaim, coming to take back their power. Okay, well, that makes perfect sense. So I did mention that this person conjured up possibly a busload of these ghosts, these entities, or whatever it is, ancestors, but the star power is what allowed them this ability to do so. But they did it to harm others. They did it to take advantage of others. But the busload of these people who were used by the abilities of this person in the star card, they're quickly coming back to reclaim themselves from this energy, from this star card reverse energy, which was in charge of using and manipulating others. That's now looking for a way out of town, but it's like they've been, they've obviously been reduced down to nothing. They no longer have their physical mode of transportation to where they used to could just hop in the car and go when things got hot, pressure was on. Now they can't do that. So they could be confined even to where physically they just can't leave where they are. So that's how we know with the divinely guided energy of the Chariot that they're coming back to reclaim what was taken from them. Not even you, collective. This is like even the spirits that they used and utilized and abused. They are also coming back to reclaim what belongs to them. Wowzers. Okay, behind the star card reverse, look at this. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, because this was all about using. This was an investment that went sour. These spirits, however they conjured up and utilized the abilities to be able to take and manipulate from others, that served as some sort of little nest egg for them. Like their garden growing, the pinnacles, the abundance, the prosperity was there. It was actually manifesting for them by way of them using these spirits. But in the reverse, this is a loss of this, I heard inheritance, but investment energy, whatever they thought that they were holding up and, no one could take from them. And how does their garden grow energy? And them loving this process because they were getting away with murder, literally, is what I'm hearing, by way of their skills and abilities, by using these spirits, calling on these spirits to be able to do so. But that's dried up. But this is more reason why the star cards reverse, because they're coming back to reclaim this. What's interesting and what's kind of been playing on the background of my mind is that people who rely on necromancy, like conjuring up spirits for their own use, to be able to gain from others, how do they choose the people that they call on? The spirits, let's just say that, because they are crossed over. But the gifts and the abilities that they have with the star card energy, how do they handpick, cherry pick who they call on to be able to get this pentacle energy, right? That's been playing in the background of my mind. Do they go and research passed over millionaires and try to conjure their spirit to be able to see how to, I don't know, you guys. This is just something that just kind of, it goes across my virtual desk every now and again. Is there a process to this? But anyway, it's none of mine, never mind. But just so you know what's happening with this person, collective, and how it is that they were gaining what they did on the backs of these spirits that they were using and conjuring up. All right, y'all, let's move above this energy. Okay, no. So these cards fell on top of this energy that we just went over, but this was the last to come out. Do I want to reveal these or go this way? Which way, Spirit? Okay, so here we are. So the Ace of Cups is here on the front. These cards are kind of in the upright, by way of how they fell out. But we'll just go through the energy. So the Ace of Cups is a new beginning. It's like a new spiritual endeavor here. It's healing, right? With the Ace of Cups, because there has been a conclusion that has been brought forward. And I feel like the ghosts that are coming to reclaim what belongs to them by way of them even being used and collected up, they'll be able to be picked from, the tree whenever they're needed, and then somebody just kind of puts them back on the shelf without saying thank you or giving something to them in return for their services, for being able to rely on them, for whatever prosperity energy they were bringing to this person. Like, this person was not grateful, thankful. They didn't show, veneration. If we can say it that way, they weren't doing that. This was just all about this person taking, and they even took from the spirits. They didn't pay that back to them or show some sort of gesture to say, that they were appreciative, right? So with the ending, because it's obviously an ending, they're coming to get what belongs to them, but them taking that, even, it's it's definitely going to wipe this person off of the face of the earth. Therefore, this Ace of Cups is coming. It's here. But it's not for this person, obviously. There's no healing here behind this. Because they're coming for payback. So that's not really a positive thing, you know, for the person that they're, you know, on their way traveling to or have been haunting for some time. But now, like, tonight's like collection night, right? Yeah. So that's definitely an ending energy here. Behind the Ace of Cups, you guys, we have the Knight of Wands reverse. Spirit, tell me about this Knight of Wands reverse. I heard cleared. Why cleared? What does cleared mean, Spirit? I heard antidote. What is an antidote? An antidote is like, is that like a pill, like a feel good, an antidote, something to solve things? Antidote, like it's like the perfect ingredient. Ooh, okay, let me keep going, y'all. I know what I'm receiving, but let me keep going. Behind the okay, so I'm being told to describe the Knight of Wands before I proceed. But you know, the Knight of Wands in the reverse is the one who's just, they're not really thinking about their actions, the things that they're doing, because you know, this is a promiscuous energy. So this could be someone just sleeping with any and everyone without protection, you know, because they really don't care at the end of the day what goes down, what happens. That's the energy that I'm picking up from this Knight of Wands reverse. But I also, let's not forget the word antidote came through. All right, so behind that, we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this is giving me some sort of mastermind energy with the Queen of Swords. Somebody, this Queen of Swords feels like they're waiting for a result here. After an execution of a plan, which looks like it was successful. It feels successful to me, being that the Queen of Swords is in the upright and the Knight of Wands is reversed, but then we have the header of this Ace of Cups, a new emotional beginning here. But it's not fitting, but I know the energy is meant to fit right now. But for me, it's like the puzzle pieces. I need to keep going. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords, though, Spirit. You know, other than them feeling like they're just waiting for some final results here of a plan. What else, Spirit? I'm hearing something like something time, like fill in the blank time, something like that. So yeah, they are waiting. And I feel like they're also anticipating good or positive results from whatever this plan was. Dun dun time. I don't know what that is. I heard tinkle or twinkle time before, but I've never heard that in real life. So I wasn't really easily to accept that, unless that's something specific for what comes out of this Queen of Swords mouth. Something time. Okay. Behind the Queen of Swords, y'all, we have the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Now, the Queen of Swords may have received the results that they wanted in regards to some sort of falling of this Knight of Wands. But the reward that they are anticipating by way of a payout with the Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse. So to recap this energy, you guys, the Queen of Swords had a plan to make this Knight of Wands fall, which it looks like it's going according to plan, right? But there's also something else here because of this fall or conclusion of this plan that involves the Knight of Wands, but it's not going to be a result that the Queen of Swords anticipated, or nope. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. There was a plan for this Queen of Swords to have had something happen to them. That's what I'm getting. And okay. And it has to do with this 10 of Pentacles that belong to this Queen of Swords, or however this Knight of Wands was supposed to get some sort of payout, because it's reversed. They're not going to get it. And therefore the Knight of Wands succumbs to something also. So it's like a double action sort of thing. But the Queen of Swords was like, I did it. I won. Kind of popping out like a jack in the box, like bing, it's me, like surprise, you know, because that Ace of Cups is the header energy. So somebody's getting a new beginning, but I can't help to say that the two upright cards happen to be a Queen of Swords and an Ace of Cups. The two reverse cards happen to be this Knight of Wands and this 10 of Pentacles. But the Queen, that was the twinkle time or something. Twinkle time, whatever that is. That jack in the box pop-up surprise. Oh, back to the ghost, y'all. The Hermit energy. Oh, Lord. Okay, I can't spell that out any more than what it already is to this point of where we are with this energy, you guys. But let's keep going. These are surprises happening. This is surprise energy. All right, y'all, I feel like I can't breathe. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Let me take a sip of water. That kind of came out of nowhere. Y'all, the pressure around my neck and shoulder area right now. Somebody's in a surprise of their life right now. Right now. Because I feel like it's what's happening is not only have they been haunted, so now they realize what's happening, but they don't see the bigger picture to where all along they were playing against a Queen of Swords. Because the Queen of Swords was like surprise, like twinkle time, like twinkle having to do with stars, revelations, but we have the star card energy reversed here. It's like, so who were they playing all this time? They had no idea, like the details behind the makeup of this Queen of Swords. They had no idea. That's the revelation energy right now for whoever was in charge of calling on all these spirits to use these spirits for the abilities that they were able to gain in the 3D. They used and abused these spirits and did not give back to them, but they collected a lot of these spirits that they called on. It's almost as if like they kept the spirits around. So I could see maybe, you know, I'm not this person, but I could see you calling on a particular spirit, saying thank you, and then releasing them, allowing them to go on to help others, or wherever it is they go to live their immortal life, right? But this one wanted to keep them around, but still wasn't like, you know, providing them, venerating them, loving on them. I'm talking about the spirits. They weren't doing this for the spirits that they called on. They just wanted to keep a collection of spirits on the shelf to be able to use whenever they wanted to. But these are the same spirits, Hermit card, bottom of the deck, that are coming back, a busload I heard, coming back to reclaim what belongs to them by way of this person holding on to their essence. And it feels like they didn't have the right to do that. Obviously, star card reverse, this person did not have the right to hold these spirits for, you know, for their personal gain, personal pleasures. They didn't have the right to do this. But tonight is the night that these spirits are able to come back and reclaim what belongs to them by way of that 7 of Pentacles reverse. And then the Queen of Swords, Y'all, this is what I'm getting right now. So the person who was in charge of collecting these spirits, they were saving it for tonight, for today, for today. This is very apparent for today's Halloween energy, you guys. Because I'm looking at a 10 of Pentacles reverse, y'all. This was the completion. Pentacles in the 10 of Pentacles reverse. And then the 7 of Pentacles. This was the investment of holding on to these spirits for this occasion, this moment. But it's not panning out. So they're about to meet some sort of surprise by way of this Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords physically may not be nowhere around this person. But if they're planning to pop up on this Queen of Swords, they're going to, I feel like they're going to be in for a surprise. Because there was a pop-up, a jack-in-the-box energy, like surprise, you know. Yo, I don't know how this works on your end, how y'all are putting this together, but I'm just giving you the details. Some may apply, some may not. But somebody definitely was waiting on this day for something to take from you. But they're not going to get it. In fact, they're going to find out who they were messing with the whole time by way of this busload of spirits coming in to reclaim what belongs to them. So it feels like also within the busload of spirits, I feel like there were like a selection of these spirits that were meant to take you down if I'm talking to the Queen of Swords. But instead, the surprise is that you are unbothered. And those spirits that they had on reserve for you to come and harm you somehow are now headed towards them. Almost as if it's to say, you lied to us or you tricked us. Possibly if this person promised to pay these spirits something. Could have to do with this 10 of Pentacles payout energy. If they promise these spirits, yeah, I got you when this happens, but we need to make sure this happens to this Queen of Swords. And then I got you. But then that's not reliable at this point. Something's taken place to where, the spirits are like, no, we're coming to get back what belongs to us with interest. Something surrounding a payment, y'all. So that payment could have been promised, I heard, to these entities. I feel like this is a mixed bag of energies right now, but I think the bottom line is how they come together is they were used, because that's been the energy from the very get-go. They felt abused and used and kind of put on a shelf for this person to use whenever they felt like it. It's like almost as if they were being held captive. These spirits were being held captive by this person. And I am referencing like the Knight of Wands reverse. But they're coming back for payment. Period. It's not one, not two, not three. It's many. Because we're talking about the 7 of Pentacles reverse. It was an investment of time and energy by way of them communicating with these unknown spirits. I heard unknown just now. So unknown. Because I was asking, like, do these type of people who do necromancy like this, like, do they study who it is that they want to conjure? But I just heard unknown. So that lets me know Legion, many, that's what it is. So it's almost as if the busload of spirits are working together. They're collaborating, even though some may be, ancestral, some may be entities, but they're collaborating to come back and get what belongs to them. Because it's almost as if like today is the only day that they'll be able to do this. Or either there was something in the workings, quote unquote, like if there were, of course, dark magic, spell casting by way of negative energy. It felt like this was supposed to bring some sort of conclusion on today. But the joke's on them. Surprise. Look who we have. The King of Wands. Spirit, tell me more about this King of Wands. So I'm hearing in their heyday. So we are, we are referencing a wand by way of the Knight of Wands, who's now being haunted. But in their heyday, they were the King of Wands. So we're about to go through some energy to where they were before all of this, what's happening right now, is going down. Tell me more about the King of Wands, Spirit, please. Thank you. I heard Your Majesty. So they were treated like they were some sort of like royal person, but what is this, by way of their career, possibly, because the wands would represent actions. So maybe whatever choice or line of work that they chose or were in, they were like held in some sort of rank as to be like the top 10 of whatever this is. Like if somebody were to put out a top 10 list, like they would be on it. That's what I'm getting. All right, behind the King of Wands, in their heyday, y'all, we have the Ace of Swords. So they were constantly able to, this Ace of Swords is giving me like revitalization, I think it is. Being able to come back many times after a completion, after something was done or whatever plan that they had, it was executed successfully. They were able to start over and do the same thing over again, just with different. Okay, so maybe we're getting into the energy of the spirits, you guys. Thoughts, swords. They were able to conjure up a new spirit each time, but it's like they didn't release or thank that spirit, for their help. They just kind of kept them close by or put some sort of reserve on them. That's what I'm getting, y'all. To where that spirit could not really, be free. The spirit kind of stuck with them. And maybe it was off of a promise. But this person got greedy. This King of Wands got greedy because they kept getting this new start. But these are ideas, thoughts, creative thoughts by way of the Ace of Swords. So each time a new plan came around, but it was like the same sort of energy that was keeping them in this top 10 energy. Like they would be the best, highly recommended, the best of the best. But they were using spirits for this recognition that they were receiving, to where they felt that they were being treated like a king. Behind the Ace of Swords, look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. We have the Ace of Wands. Not only was there a new plan, a new spirit coming on board, but it brought new opportunities. But that would be obvious because they are the King of Wands in this regard. So yes, they're highly recommended at this point by way of whatever their choice of career is or was, because this is no more. This was the heyday energy before they got to where they are now, being haunted. So they didn't have a problem, you guys, with all of these new starts, new beginnings, new ideas. But again, what you don't know is that they were relying on dark magic for these abilities to be able to have these new starts. But these ghosts, these spirits are coming for their just due, their payback. Because they were never paid. The spirits were never paid back. They weren't venerated, thanked, released. They were kept on a shelf for this person to be able to utilize. And that's not how this works. I wouldn't know this personally, but this is the information I'm being given. And I'm providing it to you. Behind the Ace of Wands, you guys, we have the Six of Wands reverse. So what looked like a victory on the outside, King of Wands, you had some unsettled spirits here by way of, well, we're not getting paid for this. Like, where's our, at least put an apple out for us so we can eat. We're thirsty. Give us some water. Give us something. They weren't being venerated. So there was no victory here for the spirits by way of the actions. Look at the wands, Six of Wands. They were providing this person to be able to be celebrated by way of the Ace of Wands. Yes, the King of Wands was being celebrated, but the spirits were not. That's the whole point of this. Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Spirit, for that. All right, let's move along to the last two cards here. I'm going to turn these over. Let's see. So this These two are on the side and this one's face this way. So it's the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So the action started to slow down here. I feel like the results weren't coming as quickly as they used to once upon a time. So I feel like this is leading me to the resort of doing something else, relying on something else, because it wasn't coming like it was when they were in their quote unquote heyday. The Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, you know, the victory with the Six of Wands. It was a victory for the King of Wands, who was being treated like some sort of royalty king because they were on the top 10 list. But the spirits were in a stage of, you know, some sort of disgruntledness. So the action started falling slow or falling off. We'll say the King of Wands began to fall off at this point. But I mean, they're the Knight of Wands for sure. I know if y'all go back, when I was going to pronounce the name of this card, I said page, but then I drew it back. I said knight, because I was getting page energy here with this Knight of Wands reverse. But we're talking about a decline happening now. So whatever's starting to fall off, you know, they're having to rely on other things is what I'm picking up. So let's see what's behind there. So we have the Knight of Pentacles reverse. This looks like somebody who makes a promise, and they may or may not keep it based on the position the card is in. It's on the side. So this is either a taker or a giver, but you best believe they're offering this pentacle for something in exchange. They're not just saying, oh, take this. No, they want something in exchange here. But I feel like the energy we were going off with the spirits not being taken care of. This was one who said, I got you. Next time I got you. I promise. I promise. That's what I'm picking up, y'all. But they didn't keep their promise. Behind the Knight of Pentacles, justice is here. The Justice card is on its side, y'all. So it's like, okay, so that's interesting. Let me see what's going on with why the Justice card is on its side, y'all. I heard the word technique. So maybe it's the way that the justice is being arrived at, the conclusion of. It's the technique that's being used to bring forth justice here. I'm hearing surprise. So I heard legal battle just now. Why legal battle, Spirit? Tell me, show me what that is. I heard in operation. And I heard justice in courts. So it sounds like there is some sort of litigation. I don't know if it's physical or spiritual litigations that are happening right now. All right, so I panned over to this Hermit card reverse at the bottom of the deck. Remember the busload of a mix of different spirits coming to reclaim what belongs to them. So some of these spirits are taking justice into their own hands is what I'm hearing. They're not waiting for spiritual court. They're not waiting for the ruling to say it's okay to go ahead and do this. No, they're doing this no matter who says it. And I believe in this, what I'm hearing right now, because as above, so below. Like most of us don't wait on a ruling. We take action into our own hands, but that's when we find that we probably messed up. Even in the spiritual, we messed up because we should have went about it the right way. I feel as above, so below. This happens above us as well in other dimensions. Like the spirits that are, you know, wanting to get back their just due. Do they necessarily wait on the laws of justice when it comes to universal law for wherever the dimension is that they reside? I'm hearing that that's not the case here. They're coming back to reclaim what belongs to them, whether the judge says you're within your rights to do so or not. That's why I felt it was a mix of energies here, because I know I talked about ancestors, but then it felt like another group came in and they're like, wait a minute. No, they promised us, talking about this Knight of Wands reverse, who used to be the King of Wands when they were making these promises, right? I heard Day of the Dead just now. Is that not today? Halloween? I said it had to be some sort of conclusion brought today, as if this person oh my God, this person said, wait until, it's as if this person told these spirits, I got you, but wait until October 31st. Like today of all days, like this is the day. All right, y'all, I'm done with this energy. So I hope this helps.